Hey everybody, welcome to the video where I talk about the Ubisoft press conference. I'm just done with Ubisoft and Ubisoft, you understand how to do a presentation. For the last 2 years, they've been pretty much the winner of the E3. Microsoft, EA, and Ubisoft. This one is definitely the winner. This is how you should do a presentation for all the games. The trailers were cool, well designed. You got a lot of knowledge about what was going on, and they started out with a bang with Far Cry 4. Now we of course knew that Far Cry 4 would be shown. And they started out with a bang by showing the first 5 minutes, and I thought it was pretty cool because they made sure that we knew that the setting was indeed very different from Far Cry 3. See, Far Cry was always known for its tropical areas, except for, I guess, Far Cry 2, which was, of course, Africa, which was more of a desert area, but there were jungles there, too. But Far Cry 3 definitely felt more like Far Cry 1, in terms of setting, and I thought it was really cool that they decided to go with a very different setting. You know, I think it's Nepal. I'm not too sure, but I think it is. And it looked awesome. I mean, they showed the monkey. I'm pretty sure that the only reason that the monkey was in the trailer was to kind of show the power of the new consoles. That you saw every individual hair. But the characters' faces look cool. My only sorta, I don't know, criticism, I wouldn't call it, but the new bad guy, who I remember that there was a big fuzz about because they said that he was gay, and people were like, oh Jesus, is that going to be okay, and whatever. I don't really care. I don't see how the sexuality of a bad guy makes any difference. But anyway, what I had the feeling that they tried to make a new Voss a little bit too much. The way that he talked, where he explained the difference between shoot and stop, felt too much like a monologue that Voss would have. And you gotta be careful here that you don't get, you know, a character that tries to be Voss, but, you know, ultimately is not. You don't need a Voss-like character for every Far Cry. But I'm going to give them a slip for now because it did seem that the character had a personal interest in the main character, and I'm very kind of curious what the deal is with that. Okay, after that we had... oh, let me just say first one thing that Ubisoft also does very well. See, 3 years ago they had Mr. Caffeine, and that presentation was horrible. And they did a really good job of finding this black lady who... It was her third time presenting, and she does such a good job. She stands there with confidence, is not annoying. She does make a lot of jokes, and not all jokes are evenly funny, but some of them were actually quite effective. So yeah, then we went to Just Dance, which is the second game. You know, I'm probably not gonna buy it, even though it is a game that my girlfriend really wants to play with me. I mean, I can't dance, so she really wants to see me dance, and I've shown her YouTube videos of, you know, YouTubers who played it before, and she really wants to give it a try, so I thought it was cool. I mean, the fact that you can now make your own videos and share it and create your own sort of dance, you know, would also be cool. I wonder how there's going to be a sort of like parental control on the system. Because I think you're going to need that, since if you can record anything and share it, you can basically do a song where you do the Heil Hitler wave or whatever. So, pretty curious how they're going to deal with that. Then, The Division. I thought what they did with the Division trailer here was very smart. They showed a CGI trailer about the background story of the game, so they didn't actually show any gameplay footage. However, I thought it was a very smart idea. Why? Because we already had seen a gameplay trailer on the Microsoft press conference, And if they had shown two gameplay trailers that were kind of similar, you know, they would get in each other's way, and now they didn't. We have the background trailer and we have the actual gameplay trailer. And so that's kind of cool. That's a smart thing. With Assassin's Creed, which I will come up to in a minute, you know, they had, of course, the thing where they showed the multiplayer game and here the single player portion. Though, what I understand is the campaign you can also play with for. But anyway, the Vision, yeah, very cool. I mean, I cannot wait for that game. I want to play it so bad. It looks so cool. Then we got The Crew, a racing game that actually is kind of interesting to me. I like the concept of having an open world where you can drive everywhere, and there's indeed a varied environment with snowy mountains, deserts, canyons, cities. And really cool that they said that they had missions that lasted over 2 hours, which really gives you that idea of the game Fuel. And the main problem with the game Fuel was that the current generation, though I guess we're already in current gen with PlayStation 4, but the Xbox 360 and PS3, they were not able to handle such a big world with a lot of detail. So you're traveling through a lot of bland deserts and forests that were kind of dead, so they had no leaves on them. All the trees were dead and broken. And here you saw luscious cities, valleys, riverbeds and everything. It was really cool. And what was even cooler was the fact that you could even go off-road, which meant that even though it is indeed a open environment, you can actually go to a lot of places, and it's not just a very long road that you keep on following. So that was very pleasant. Then we got the Assassin's Creed trailer. That was pretty cool. Again, I think this was indeed live play because I saw that the guy playing had some issues when it came to combat. It is sometimes smarter to just do a pre-recorded trailer, but I did like what I saw, with the fact that you can, while you're on your mission, you come across situations where naturally you will get new sort of like side missions. That was kind of cool. I thought what was really cool was the way that he moved, which seemed more natural and it seemed like you could actually do cooler moves. The way that he got from the cathedral and swung everywhere was really awesome. Let's see what we have then. Shape Up. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a fitness game. You know, whatever. I'm not gonna do it. I don't have the space for it in my apartment. I guess the push-up thing was kind of fun, where you had to fight each other, but that was okay. Then we had Valiant Hearts, which was a very big surprise to me, and that seemed actually like a game. I saw it on Steam already, and when I saw it, I thought, well, I'm probably not gonna buy it. But this trailer really hit me, and what the most important thing was, is that as I understand from the trailer, you start the game when you actually sign up for World War I. So you start at the actual beginning of the conflict, and we'll go through training, through the first battle, probably losing friends, being captured, and it actually looked really story-driven, and I can gladly say that this is a game that I'm going to pick up. I really was intrigued by it. I was like, wow, what the fuck? And then came, of course, the thing where Ubisoft is so good at. They come with games that come as a big surprise. Their beginning was great. They kept the pace going, and they always end the show with a big bang. 2 years ago it was Watch Dogs, came out of nowhere. Last year it was The Division, came out of nowhere. And this time we had Rainbow Six. Now, I did know that they were working on a new Rainbow Six, since they said that I forgot the working title of the last Rainbow Six that they made, but the one where they fought on the bridge. I knew that they were going to remake that. They were going to start from scratch because it wasn't up to par, and they were going to make an all-new game. And one thing, I actually own Rainbow Six Vegas, the first one myself. And one thing that's very cool that you got in the Rainbow Six Vegas games is the terrorist hunt mode. And there are some very cool Let's Play videos of it, particularly from Rooster Teeth, that are just hilarious. And they actually show really impressive AI. And though that is against AI, like I said, what they showed here was a multiplayer match, but it was really awesome. Everything from the setup to, it was Rainbow Six Siege, and they showed a 5 versus 5 match where the terrorists had a hostage, and the, I actually don't know what the soldiers are called in the Rainbow Six. But anyway, they needed to rescue the hostage. And a lot of planning came in, and I liked how they spied around with the drone, and how the terrorists were able to barricade everything. And this meant that during the first few minutes of the game, where everybody kind of sets up, both sides have stuff to do. So it's not boring, even though it is at the beginning and no action is still happening. Then they bursted in, a lot of fights happened, a lot of destructible environments with the walls, which is very cool. But the thing that I immediately noticed is that everybody only has one life. And I think in the beginning, when everybody will play it, a lot of people will run around shooting like they're chickens without head. That's a Dutch saying, by the way. But, or like headless chickens. And then notice that they will die very quick and won't be able to respawn. It is kind of like the Counter-Strike method, right? Or the Red Orchestra method, where you only have one life. What this does is it ensures that people regard the situation as more strategic. They go a little bit slower, the pace is slower, you know, they won't fully charge, and this creates beautiful tactical gameplay, in my opinion. I mean, since you only have one life, you gotta look around corners, and I believe that if the hostage died, that the game would be over. So one thing that is really cool is that the terrorists can actually use the terrorists as a human shield. And though I guess in most games, players would just keep on shooting until the enemies are dead, since the objective is to save the hostage, they will not make the shot unless it's a very easy one. I thought it was very cool too that one of the good guys was a sniper and was able to actually give cover to the guys when they blew up a window. And I was just amazed. I was very cool. The most dangerous thing about this is that you find people that don't play the game serious. This is a game that requires a lot of concentration and strategy, and I know that there in the beginning people will buy this thinking, oh, it's like a Call of Duty-ish game or whatever, and it's absolutely not. You gotta play this with people that you actually know, that you can communicate with, that you can create strategies with. I mean, one thing that was kind of cool, but also weird, was at one moment they had the terrorists had a room. Well, we're locked up in a room, and they had the hostage in front of them as a shield. And so one of the guys said, "Okay, I'm going to the room above them and blow a hole in the floor, and then I'll attack them from that room above them." Now, though this seemed kind of cool, what I didn't understand is that those explosions were very, very loud. So the terrorists, if they were players, which they were, but if like I would play this online with others, they would certainly notice that somebody went upstairs. So when the guy in the trailer blew up the floor, both terrorists had their backs turned to him, but in reality, I don't think this will happen. I think people will actually know what will happen and try to shoot out the ceiling. So I don't know how useful that tactic is, since people will probably know what's going on. But that's pretty much it. Ubisoft, oh my god, they know how to do a presentation. We're almost done. We got the Sony presentation still left. And we got a Nintendo, of course. Both of them can actually also do good, but up until now, Ubisoft is the undisputed winner. They did great. Cannot wait for a lot of their titles. It's just they're on a rampage, and hopefully next year they will do as good. So this was my opinion about the Ubisoft presentation. Hope you guys liked it as well, and I will see you guys next time. So this was my opinion about the Ubisoft presentation. Hope you guys liked it as well, and I will see you guys next time.